Lost was an absolutely wild cultural phenomenon that blossomed in the mid 2000s. I remember being in high school and hearing all of the adults in my life talking about it and learning early on what being a contrarian actually meant. Then, when nepotism paid off and I became a line cook in the town's nicest restaurant, Pizza Hut, I got Netflix. Along with Netflix came the desire to hide in my room, binging TV shows instead of doing the same with World of Warcraft. Picture whatever body my disembodied voice looks like to you, with the lights off, under a blanket, full of acne, and then an understanding of why Lost was being talked about. It was a mysterious thriller that kept you asking question after question about the world you were experiencing, about trying to make sense of all of these individual things. It would give you just enough to make you feel like you understood what was coming or where you were, and then suddenly the numbers were winning lottery tickets, and the hatch had just another confused dude inside. The mystery and suspense hooked you, and all of these years later, I would have to go back through and rewatch it to say whether or not they were dead or alive, but my goodness, it felt special. It was something to talk about for years, and to be honest, I think one of the reasons we enjoy entertainment is because we enjoy talking about entertainment. This may entirely be my bias, and reality is objectively different because this is really ingrained into my enjoyment personally, but I really do believe most times when you're watching something, you're doing it because talking about those stories is just as engaging as you silently watching the fiction for the first time. Lost thrived because it was the original water cooler conversation. People loved talking about what was going on and then patiently waiting to see if they were right. Again, I missed the largest part of that being in high school, but it lasted for years. Even if you didn't talk about it with anybody else, it was such an engaging curio that there weren't many things like it. I'd still say that there isn't, even though many have tried to be the next Lost. Based on the title of this video, I'm sure you know exactly what we're here to talk about. I found something that makes me remember the feeling of watching Lost for the first time and not knowing all of the secrets of the world that they were building and just how interconnected these things must be. It's another four-letter mystery named From. It's currently on the second season, and it is a horror mystery that still has me questioning if everyone is dead, in a coma, or being subjected to the most insane military-funded psychological stress tests known to man. It has 10 episodes each season, and the first does a really good job of getting you hooked into the story, wanting to know more. It has a good amount of executive producers, so I don't want to say that these two are solely responsible, but they are a name that I know, and that is the Russo brothers. And they have been on this project since the start. In my research, I also discovered Jack Bender, who is another showrunner on this show, and they are responsible for 115 episodes of Lost. So that may be a great reason this has such great track laid for being the next titillating mystery that we talk about forever. Be aware, there are light spoilers ahead, nothing too crazy, I promise. I really want you to watch this going in blind like I did. In fact, shout out to the commenters who made me aware that this show even existed. I just finished the second season, and a third season was announced on July 23rd of this year. It has a great leading man, and the other actors are all lesser known, but fully aware that this is their time to shine, and they do. The writing does a great job of giving things away without giving too many things away, and the general plot is that people drive until they reach a fallen tree in the road, and they see a murder of crows blocking the way. Most of them then turn around and go back through the tiniest little mist-filled town that just screams West Virginia to me, and then they drive on looking for another road out of town. They drive until they reach the same town again, and this goes on until one of the townspeople, or all of the townspeople, stops them and lets them know that they are trapped. It's a moment of pure horror to watch, and we experience this from different perspectives as the show goes on, and we feel more like those trapped in the town. The moments of realization cover the spectrum, with anger, disbelief, panic, and then acceptance all aligning when it starts getting dark and the screaming begins. That's all I really want to share right now. The entire plot is about escaping this town, understanding what's happening to them, and I swear there have been a few moments where I feel like I understand how things work, and then they lean in the other direction so hard that I just know that they knew what the audience would be thinking in those moments. The town is filled with all different characters who all have their own ways of dealing with being trapped for what may be eternity, and most of them you can enjoy. A few others you just hate, and I'm guessing by design, I'm assuming by design, but either way, they're eliciting that emotional response, that reaction, and they do it so well that but it keeps you on your toes. The show does a great job of pacing the reveals as well. It doesn't feel like all of the secrets of the universe drop in each finale, but many do. It feels like they are starting small and letting us understand some things and then pulling back, revealing more of the picture, and each season will have a bit more to consider and enjoy about the mystery. Again, I have no idea if everybody in this town is in purgatory, if demons are torturing their souls and this is hell, if a independent researcher is torturing the populace to see how far we can be pushed, or if they're all in comas and a new drug named Comanomore is being tested, and unbeknownst to everybody, the side effect is nightmares that align with your darkest fears. It's great, and I truly, truly, truly hope that you watch From. It's on MGM Plus, which I know, another service, I hate it as well, but Netflix is overpriced. It's a cake reality trash TV show subscription now.
This is a bowling ball, and this is a cake. What?
So cancel that and then do the 7-day trial with MGM Plus, and also consider why this company that's owned by Amazon exists when they could just release this on Amazon Prime, and then ignore that last part because we'll never know, and then just enjoy the new show that I wholeheartedly think could be the next Lost. I really want to get this bandwagon going. It is a wonderful, wonderful experience. It is so fun, and I'm patiently waiting for season 3 and to see exactly where we go from here. It just gets crazier and crazier, and I hope y'all watch it with me. But with that, we come to the end of the video. Thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I may be working on some From videos after this. I have a few theories that I need to sit down and gather evidence for, but I really don't want to make any promises yet. Again, shout out to everyone who supports this content, including Michael Link over on Patreon, and again, the people who suggested this be covered at all. It was a great suggestion, and I thoroughly enjoyed this, even if nobody else watches it and it's just us. But much love, everybody, and I cannot wait to talk to you all again soon.